Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to It's Obvious Gaming. You came to the right place if you're here for Arkham Knight, because that is exactly what we're doing today. My name's Garrett Drake, this is Preston Pugh, and today we're playing...
What's going on?
Yeah, today we're playing the very first mission of Arkham Knight, and Preston, how's it feel to be back playing this video game again?
It's fantastic.
Yeah?
I love being the Bat.
Yeah, me too, man. The Bat. Definitely the ultimate Batman experience, just like the back of the box says.
Oh!
Can you imagine Batman's like the greatest hero the world has ever known, and he just like flies through the helicopter blades, shredded right at the beginning of the adventure. That would just be absolutely awful. But thank you all again for joining us today, and we're glad to have you back. And we're excited to be playing the beginning of this game. Like we said this previous Tuesday, that we'll be bringing you guys like an actual mission, and here's like the very first mission of the game. We'll kind of let you listen to the conversation that Batman and Gordon have here, in case you haven't played the game.
Go. Stay safe, Barbara. You still know how to make an entrance.
In case you guys didn't know, that's Mike from Breaking Bad voicing Gordon, which I thought was pretty cool.
Limits an hour ago. I'm just glad my little girl got out when she did.
And I'm Walter White from Breaking Bad is voicing Batman.
Yep.
We were tracking
And Jesse
an unknown
Pinkman is the
military
Riddler.
vehicle speeding through Chinatown.
Tuco is
It's
Barbara
the only
Gordon.
lead we've had all night, but they gave us the slip. With the evacuation, I just don't have the manpower left in the city.
If you find it, tell your men not to engage. I'll deal with it.
Do you really think Scarecrow's crazy enough to detonate a chemical weapon in Gotham?
I won't let that happen, Jim. In case you need to reach me, it's going to be a long night.
It's gonna be a long night.
Has he said that like exact phrase in every single game, basically?
Probably. I love seeing like the rain drizzle off their outfits and stuff.
Yeah.
It just looks so cool.
Damn time.
As you guys can see, you probably notice I'm wearing the animated series t-shirt, which you can also pick up at Hot Topic if you shop there at all. I like getting a lot of t-shirts there. I actually got a really cool Dragon Ball Z shirt from there recently. That's cool as well.
Oh, you did?
Here's another good look. We can see the rain on Batman's suit while he's talking to people. It just looks so cool.
I was wondering, I was like, God, why are Batman's eyes like so white? But then I realized he has like that detective vision thing over his visor, so yeah.
Which is very cool. Yeah, and Kevin Conroy, as you know, was the voice of Batman in the animated series, and he's also the voice of Batman in this, which is a common fact I'm sure you all knew, but I think that's very cool, because to me, he is the voice of Batman. Whenever I read Batman comics or obviously play the games and watch the cartoon, like, that's who I'd like to hear as his voice, so...
I think of Christian Bale.
Do you really?
No.
Oh. Which would be fine too, but I feel like the majority of us, if you're similar to mine and Preston's age, if you're in your early 20s or so, maybe even a little older than that. I know grown adults that have watched the animated series when they were kids.
I've never seen one episode of it.
Are you serious?
Not even
Dude,
joking.
It's awesome. I absolutely love it. And I actually have the first season that our buddy Zach bought. You might have seen Zach in a previous video at some point. He bought it, and we've been meaning to watch it forever, but we keep blowing it off. But I'm excited to jump into that because it is just fantastic. But I always like to pretend, even though this universe of Batman is much darker than the animated series and much more violent, I like to pretend this is still like in the same universe as the animated series, like just years after all those episodes. I like to imagine that. But yeah, as you can see, this is the very beginning of the game. Batman's kicking some butt, and you know, it's funny that even after you get your new suit, I still think this one looks really cool too. He just always looks cool.
Okay. Batman.
He still has his bat undies.
Yeah, that's it's like just so much cooler now without undies. I'm so glad that all the superheroes are kind of
straying away from the undies.
Yeah, they're like redesigning them without the undiwear.
Yeah.
I'll send
The undiwear.
I wasn't really sure what word I was gonna say there, so I like combined them.
I think that's so cool when he's like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Evening the odds." It's so awesome. Yeah, the first time I drove the Batmobile, I've never felt a cooler moment in my life playing a game. And I don't want you guys to mistake this. I haven't even finished the game, so I'm not allowed to say it's the best game I've ever played, which I'm already going to say it probably won't be. This game is phenomenal, but I gotta say it is easily the coolest game I've played, because I just feel awesome playing it. Like, the first moment you get in this Batmobile and just take off down the street is just so cool.
I didn't do it right there, but at first it was like push R2 to accelerate, and it's just like vroom, vroom.
Yeah.
It's like, that's cool.
We don't have the booster unlocked
Not yet.
which is cool.
I feel so slow now that I'm used to the booster.
You know what you should do if we have time in this video? Since on Tuesday we're like, oh, let's do a Riddler track. If you have time before like this first mission, you should knock that out at the end. It's awesome.
Oh man, I like
man.
went through that.
That was awesome. I didn't realize you could actually crash through a wall that
Yeah.
easily. High-speed chase through Gotham City to start the night off. Got him. Oh. And these guys are feisty.
They are. Probably just because the Batmobile sucks.
There we
man.
go.
There we go.
Boom.
I need to
Man, that's so
interrogate the
cool.
driver and find out what he knows.
So tired from playing this game like all night.
Yep.
Where's Scarecrow? Go to hell. Where is he?
I got nothing to say to you, Batman.
Talk, or I'll crush every bone in your body.
Okay, okay.
Sounds
She's
pleasant.
working out of a penthouse in Chinatown. I swear that's all I know.
If you're lying, I'll break the other one.
The other one.
Oh, Batman.
Oracle, check the chemical analysis I've just uploaded.
Sure.
I also love being able to rotate the camera during these
Oh
parts
yeah,
too.
so cool.
Scarecrow's new toxin.
I kind of hope, like in Origins, how they made it out that like Black Mask was like the true villain,
Yeah.
but he wasn't actually.
Uh-huh.
I hope that kind of happens in this game too.
With
How,
what,
like,
Scarecrow or Arkham Knight?
Scarecrow, like how he's
Yeah.
not really the true villain.
I get the feeling that he's not.
Yeah, probably Arkham Knight is, but
Yeah.
like I really, well, that kind of contradicts what I just said because that basically is it. Arkham Knight is the main villain, but they've
Yeah.
been making out that Scarecrow was. But
Right.
I hope there's just like, I guess it'll probably come with Arkham Knight's like identity, but I just really love twists and stories.
Yeah.
That's probably what I just meant. I really loved that twist in Arkham Origins that, you know, Black Mask really wasn't the main bad guy, so
Right.
I hope I get a pretty good twist in this game as well.
Yeah, I'm sure we will. I mean, I totally trust Rocksteady, and I feel really bad because I never hated on this game at all, but I was always a little concerned because of all the delays. And like I said, don't get me wrong, delays, like everyone's usually in agreement, even though it's disappointing, they're always a good thing because obviously they can work on the game longer and polish it more, but I was worried because all the delays and all the gameplay they were showing. I felt like they showed an excessive amount of the game. Which
they did.
yeah, later I found out that they had never, prior to the game's release, they never showed anything beyond like the first 2 hours or something of the game. So, which was nice to know. I mean, I never really watched hardly any of it, but I was always a little worried. I'm like, man, are they overhyping this game or anything? But I mean, the first 20 minutes I already knew that I was totally mistaken and that should have trusted them all along because Rocksteady has certainly killed it again and loving the game so far. But yeah, so I'm definitely looking forward to see how the story unravels in this game.
Well, look who it is.
Yeah, and Poison Ivy.
Poison Ivy.
Poison Ivy. Yeah, as you can see, Catwoman here doesn't look seductive at all. So,
What?
can you imagine if we?
Catwoman.
I know I'm making jokes. Like we're just totally uninformed. Like we think we know what we're talking about. As you can see, Solomon Grundy and Catwoman here completely just look totally different. I don't know why they changed the
Who's that
design
guy
of
in the
these
background?
characters. I think that's what's his name, Mr. Freeze.
Mr. Freeze.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Charming. But only one of us is getting out of this.
I always thought Poison Ivy was kind of lame. Like her powers.
Yeah. She can smash a guy's head through a
Her
window.
feet are
that's
really
for sure.
nasty too. Like at this part where she walks out,
All the
her feet are
vines and
just-
stuff.
No, they just look nasty.
Oh.
They look like manly feet. Her toes are like so thick looking. Yeah. That's the first thing I thought when she walked out. Yeah, like look at that. Just so nasty.
She's ready to roll.
What are you doing here?
I wonder if she plays any more of a role in the game after this part. I mean, obviously, if you guys are watching this for the first time, we won't kind of spoil what happens at this next part. But
I mean, we're truly not that far in the game either.
No,
Well, like
not
we
at
said,
all.
we're like 3 hours into it. I know it's Thursday, but we recorded this on Tuesday.
yeah,
So, you know, we're still at the same place we were during our first video.
Yep.
So I don't know. I hope she has a bigger role because I like her. I just think she's kind of like lame in what she does. Like I don't know.
And Gotham would be ours.
Over my dead body.
Like she was my least favorite boss fight in Arkham Asylum, and my least favorite boss fight in City when you fought her as Catwoman.
Right.
So she just never really had a good boss fight in my opinion in the past.
When you fight her in Asylum, she has like a giant plant that fights you and stuff.
No,
you
that's
have to like dodge it.
Oh
and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah. I thought you said Origins.
No. Was she in Origins?
No.
Okay.
I don't believe so.
Nature always wins.
I get the feeling that what's the name of that studio game that did that game?
I think it was WB Montreal.
Yeah, something like that. I think that is it actually. I can't remember exactly who it is. We could be wrong, but
I know they're based out of Montreal. I'm pretty sure.
I'm assuming that they're gonna do another Batman game.
You think?
Because Origins,
You're coming with me.
for the most part, was well received. Other than the fact that people didn't think
That
it
game
was
got a
good as
lot
the
of
others.
hate.
It did, but I mean,
It did,
story-wise,
but-
people enjoyed it.
Oh yeah,
I think the
enjoyed
DLC they
game.
did, the Mr. Freeze DLC, I didn't play it, but I watched it, and it was so heartfelt in my opinion, because you start out as Bruce Wayne in the Batcave, and you're like running through the Batcave, and you get to see all the not the Batcave, Wayne Manor, and you get to run around as Bruce Wayne in Wayne Manor and see all the different wings of it, and interact with Alfred in Wayne Manor, and then you.
Dude,
Huh?
it's freaking awesome. I didn't even know
You
any
didn't
of
know that?
No, I didn't know
Yeah,
any
it's
of
like
that.
you're Bruce Wayne in Wayne Manor, and then Mr. Freeze attacks. You have to like run through and fight all these guys as Bruce Wayne and sneak around as Bruce Wayne, and you have
Holy crap,
you have
that's
to,
amazing.
Yeah, you have to sneak your way into the Batcave to get your suit on, and then you start fighting crime. And I mean, and obviously you eventually get that super suit to fight Mr. Freeze in, but super thoughtful and heartfelt. I felt like, because I feel like another example would be Treyarch, for example, when they came out with Call of Duty Black Ops 1. Was I specifically then when I felt like Treyarch puts the most heart into their Call of Duty games, because I feel like they're always the ones that go out of the way to innovate the most. And I feel like in Arkham Origins, even though it was definitely lacking compared to City and Asylum, and definitely now compared to this game, I still felt like there was some heart in it, and I felt like they definitely did their absolute best. And I'm definitely interested to see what they do next, because they have plenty of time between the period of Origins and Asylum, because there's like an 8-year gap there. I think they said it was 8 years.
Oh really?
Apart, yeah. So they could easily do plenty of more Batman stories in that time if they wanted to.
I wonder if they'll put the Batmobile in.
They could, maybe. It'd be cool if you drove that other one he drives in Asylum. That'd be pretty cool.
You're right.
I think you can actually, if I'm not mistaken, you can drive that one in this game. I think that's an unlockable skin with either DLC or at some point. I know you can drive the original 60s Batmobile, which is
now,
hilarious.
how is that going to work in like battle mode and
That's
stuff?
what I was thinking. Dude,
Yeah,
what if they have like
I'm
a battle
interested.
mode for that version
That'd be
of it?
awesome.
Dude, I bet they do. That'd be awesome. You know what I wish they did? And some people might think this is totally stupid, but my favorite Batmobile ever, which this one's awesome too. I didn't realize how cool. There's so many different iterations of the Batmobile that are cool, but my favorite one ever is in Batman Forever, which a lot of people think that movie's awful, but as a kid I loved that movie, and I still like watching it now. I mean, it's definitely goofy as heck.
Compared to like Batman and Robin, you can't really complain about.
Oh yeah,
especially
seriously.
Forever. Forever is like a Oscar-winning film compared to Batman and Robin.
Yeah. But I loved that movie as a kid, and I always thought that Batmobile was so cool, even though it's like completely not inconspicuous whatsoever, if I'm using that word correctly. Is that like it had just glowing lights all over
Yeah.
it? It's like you could see him from a mile away coming. I always just thought it was so cool looking, and I wish
Speed
that
limit's 30 miles an hour here.
is it?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, we're not following that, but what was I gonna say? I totally forgot. Oh yeah, the Batmobile. I wish that was a skin in this game to drive the Batman Forever Batmobile. That'd be awesome. I would pay $50 if they put.
No, you wouldn't.
No, I would not for no. Listen, you didn't even let me finish what I
Oh,
was
I thought
saying.
you were talking about the Batmobile.
Not for just that one. If they put every single version of the Batmobile in the games for $50, I would pay for that.
Are you serious?
For every single one. There's like, how many are there? There's a ton.
I don't think there's that
let's try naming all of them. There's the 60s Batmobile. I mean, there's a lot. I have a list of like all the different pictures. There's a lot more than you think there is.
Really?
There's like 30 Batmobiles, if I'm not mistaken. There's at least 15. I know for a fact. I can't name all of them, but the ones I think of first, I would pay for these. Obviously, the 60s one is in here. I think the one from Asylum's in here. Obviously, we have this one. That's 3. You could do Batman Forever, Batman and Robin, animated series Batman, the Tim Burton Batmobile. What am I at 7 now? I could be completely counting all on my fingers, but that's already a good amount of Batmobiles.
You're right.
So, I'm just saying, I love Batman so much, I would pay for that kind of
Holy
stuff.
crap.
Just
Well,
like, I didn't even phase me when the or not the DLC, the Season's Pass. How much is it, 40?
It's 40 or 50,
Yeah.
somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Which, like...
That doesn't phase me at all.
No, not... the thing is, though, it's not like they're just giving away, like, some challenge maps. They're giving away a ton of crap with that Season's Pass.
Right.
So, I mean, I think that's a fantastic deal. I'm probably not going to get the Season's Pass, but I'm definitely going to get the Batwoman Batgirl DLC. Like,
I'm
for
very
sure.
excited for that.
Yeah.
That is very cool. I love this missile thing too. Once you charge them up. That's the thing. Like when I first saw this gameplay way back in the day when they were showing off, like, oh yeah, you can go into battle mode and fight like a tank. I was like, that's kind of weird, but it feels so good that I can't even complain about it. It just feels great. Just going in and out of battle mode, taking them out, and then taking off again. It's so fun.
Yeah, this is like the most responsive vehicle I've like ever driven.
Right.
It's just so easy to move for it being like a tank.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, they were not joking when they said back in the day they wanted to make the Batmobile feel like one of the best vehicles you've ever driven in a video game, and that's certainly true. And I mean, it feels awesome. I mean, the streets are plenty big enough. You can crash through stuff. You can switch in and out of battle mode easily. So they definitely get a 2 thumbs up in my book for designing the Batmobile, no doubt.
Kind of feels like the Transformer game.
It does, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see the? I haven't seen obviously gameplay. I think there's a trailer out for Transformers Devastation. It's like cell shaded graphics and stuff. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. I've never played a single Transformers game, but only played like a demo.
I played the first one.
Yeah.
I think it was called the Battle of Cybertron or something like that. Maybe that's the second one, but I played some of that and it was pretty good.
I'm heading there now.
But yeah, it is similar to a Transformer, you could say. Maybe the Batmobile is a Transformer for all we know.
Maybe.
It could be from Cybertron.
It could be.
But God, that would be so weird to see a Transformers and Batman crossover.
Oh gosh.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, you'd think, like, why does Arkham Knight even try with all these tanks when Batman's a one man and he can take out like 15 of these tanks?
Man, I really hope there's just an epic Arkham Knight. Which I know there's gonna be, but I just am excited for just an epic hand-to-hand fights with the Arkham Knight.
For sure, yeah.
It's gonna be so cool. I
hope you fight him multiple times in the game.
Yeah. I loved the Deadshot, the
Deathstroke?
Deathstroke fight in Arkham Origins. Yeah, I know people didn't. There's a lot of complaints about it being like full of quick time events and stuff. Right. I just thought it was awesome.
It was.
I thought
fun.
it just like looked really cool.
Yeah.
And I was super bummed when you like kicked his butt like super easy and then you just throw him in jail and that's it.
Yeah. But also remember at the end of the credits, those people. That's why I'm pretty sure they are gonna do another Batman game. You said not Ubisoft, WB Montreal.
Yeah.
It's because at the end of the credits, I can't remember who it is that comes and talks to him, but these 2 people come and like hand him, talk to him. He's like in his cell doing push-ups and like, hey, I can't literally not remember a single thing they said, but like, blah 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 blah, do this thing. He's like, oh yeah, I'm doing that or something, and I think he gets out for whatever reason.
I think I know what you're talking about. Well, let me throw this at you. Let me see what you think. What if this technically is Rocksteady's last Batman game?
Right.
But what if it's a start of a game with Batman in it? Like a Justice League game.
Yeah, people have speculated that for a while. That'd be interesting.
I would love to see their take on Superman. Because
Yeah,
I
it
have
would be
no idea
interesting.
how you can make a good Superman game. Like,
I
I have
People have said that
no
for years,
idea how
too.
you can do it. I don't see how you can take a guy that's invincible
Right.
and make a fun game with him.
Seriously.
Because, I mean, there's no fear. There's no
Yeah.
fear of, like, losing. It's just pure, I mean, it's just easy.
When you think about that, too, in this game, like, you don't really have fear either, but I think it's just a mental thing. Like, obviously, we know
I can die,
Batman's-
though.
Yeah, Batman's not invincible.
Yeah.
But I think it is, like, since we know Superman's practically invincible, even if you can get killed in the game, you're just kind of like, well, Superman can't die. That's stupid.
Yeah.
So, not that I would actually
Well,
react
Superman
like
Returns on 360 PS3, you didn't have a life bar.
Mm-hmm.
There was a life bar of a city. And if the city got destroyed, then you lost.
Yeah.
Which I thought was pretty creative.
Yeah.
But I played a demo on Xbox and that was about it. And I just, oh, dang it. I'm sorry. I skipped the cutscene.
Oh, well.
Go buy the game.
Yep. Dude, you should briefly show him that evidence room you were telling me about that I haven't seen
Oh,
yet.
yeah, dude, for sure.
I love how you can... This is like... I've heard this turns into, like, essentially...
All right, I'm skipping through all this stuff. We got to get to the gameplay.
Yeah. I mean, I love going in and out of the police station, which I think is cool. But I've also heard that all the villains you take down in this game, this place becomes like a trophy room that's become alive. It's like all the villains you capture, you can come and revisit, and they'll like yell at you and stuff.
That's awesome.
And all the prisoners that get thrown in there, it's like almost a trophy room of villains, which I think is cool. But I've heard that's what it kind of turns into.
Yeah, I spent quite a bit of time exploring this area.
Me too. That's what I love about all these Arkham games as well, is that there's so much to explore in all of them. And so much to look at, so many little details. That was an easy one. Just smash their evidence room for the trophy.
Alright, yeah, here's the evidence room with a bunch of crap. Bane, Joker, Mad Hatter, Deadshot, Killer Croc.
Is that Roz?
Yeah. I think Talia's over here. Got the electrocutioner. He was the dude from Origins.
Yeah,
right?
Origins, yeah.
So I guess, they're actually kind of...
Anarchy.
He was in Origins too, right?
Yeah, he was.
So they're kind of like acknowledging that game's existence in this game. Talia right there. That's the sword that killed her, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Black Mask.
Yeah,
Another
that's
Origins
cool.
reference. And I think that on this side, Scarface, Mr. Freeze,
Yep.
and the Great White Shark. Who is the Great White Shark?
Here, look at that again. Can you zoom in on it?
belonging to Warren White, aka the Great White Shark.
You know, I don't know. I've never even heard of that guy.
Yeah. If you know who the Great White Shark is,
Wait.
let us
Do you
know.
think it's the Great White Shark from Penguin's Lair? Remember in City when you go to his lair and it's like in the museum, there's a great white shark under the ice?
Maybe.
You think it's like one of its teeth? I don't know why
Maybe.
that'd have anything to do with the evidence room, but
Yeah.
it very well could
Maybe.
be. I mean, that's the only shark I can think of.
Yeah, that would kind of make sense.
And I feel terrible. I mean, some of you guys probably know a lot more about Batman than I do. I claim to be a huge Batman fan, but I'm sure there's plenty of villains I've never even heard of before.
Oh, yeah.
Bureaucrats. We're on our own.
We can handle it, Jim. What's
I
the
wouldn't say you're
latest?
like obsessed with
We've got
Batman.
incidents
You're just a
cropping
huge
up
fan
all
of it.
I am, yeah.
So.
Yeah, I don't know like every single tiny little thing that there is to know about
Like
Batman.
Bob Kane was born on March 3rd, 1925.
Yeah.
We've lost contact with the fire crew from Station 17.
I don't know anything about Batman. I just know everything about Bob
They're
Kane.
not gonna survive out there on their own for long.
I've heard rumors that Bob Kane was like more of the spokesperson for Batman originally than like the actual creator. I've heard like people say that there's I can't remember the guy's name. There's one guy that claims to be the real creator, and Bob Kane like took all the credit or something. Of course, I hear that about everyone, about anyone that's ever created anything. I hear stories like that. So who knows if it's true? But
Yeah.
I've heard that before.
No good.
And fun fact about what I just told you, I listened to a podcast about that exact topic while playing Destiny one time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Don't worry.
has
Destiny
nothing to
is
do
a
with what we're talking about right now.
Fantastic podcast game.
Yeah, definitely.
You should listen to our podcast while you play Destiny.
Yeah, that's what I usually do if we're just free roaming and stuff, or just kind of like grinding in Destiny. I'll listen to a podcast.
All right,
Yeah, let's do
guys.
that Riddler
We're
track
gonna
to
do
finish
this
out this
Riddler
Let's
track.
Play. Yeah, these Riddler
I'm
tracks.
excited for this.
Yeah, I can't wait to do the other ones because this first one is so fun. And I'm going to give you a small tip before you actually start it because I screwed up so bad and I was so confused for some reason. And you may be even more confused than I was because we're doing a Let's Play right now. But when you get there, I'm going to give you a small tip.
Get away
before
from
you
my
get going.
car.
Oh, yeah, have you listened to what they say?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. They're like, dude, this thing's awesome. And they're like talking about it and you walk out, they're like, oh, shh, he's coming back, get away from it. It's so cool.
Thanks, Lucius. It was good of you to
Now,
stay
okay, now that yeah, you got the afterburner now. Okay, I was gonna say you need that obviously for the Riddler
Gosh.
track.
All right.
Remnants of Gotham. I have messages for you.
Am I in here?
Yep,
You
you're
good to go? All right. Now, what is this tip that you speak
Okay,
of?
so obviously he's gonna talk to us a lot, and he kind of gives you a
He
tutorial.
looks super old.
He does.
Yeah.
I think I was so hyped about doing this when I first played the game that I was like half paying attention to the tutorial.
Okay.
So when you go through this track, there's going to be parts of the floor missing. There will be walls that are in front of you and stuff. And there will also be ramps that are like hidden in a wall that have to pop out.
Okay.
And to do that, you hit B.
Okay.
But you got this is what I didn't figure out. There's this one part.
Garrett, I'm
specifically-
confused. This is a PlayStation controller.
I mean, circle. I'm sorry. That's how you know we're not PlayStation fanboys because I get the buttons mixed up on both controllers. But there's one part where you launch. You see that wall obviously is in front of you.
Yeah.
But I think he'll stop you right here if I'm not mistaken. Okay, maybe not. So you can kind of listen to what he's saying first. But anyway, so obviously whenever there's a wall, you hit B to move it. And there's this one part specifically, the part that messed me up. You have to hit B to bring out a ramp for you to jump this ravine. But while you're in midair, you have to hit B again, and the floor on the other side will come out, and then you have to land on it. Because I kept trying to just ride off the ramp and land on the ground, and I could never make it. I'm like, what the heck? What's wrong? And then stuff like that, you hit B as well.
Okay.
Whenever you see red and white, you hit B. I think you have to wait for him to say something before you can move that. Before he moves it. He kind of says like, go! Or something.
Go! Am I being timed?
Yes, you do, when it starts.
I'm excited. 3 laps, 100 ways to die.
Yep.
Okay.
And it gets harder every time, so
you
be
know
prepared.
what? Sure, he's insane.
Yeah,
Like,
who would spend all their time doing
exactly.
this? Oh.
Put a nuke in here.
And think
Blow
about,
me up.
Think about who knows how
crap.
long he's been preparing this, because I mean this game takes place like I think they said between 6 and 8 months after Arkham City.
Yeah.
And yeah, you have to like make decisions too. There you go. But how did he have time to do this in 6 months? Then again, he could be been working on this since Origins for all we know, just waiting till the opportune time to whip out
Man,
the tracks.
I hope Batman brings his
Oh!
Whoa!
You have to write up on the wall right here.
It's like, I hope Batman brings his Batmobile with him.
Yep. And this is the part I was talking about, the ramp. It's already out, but once you're in midair, hit B again.
Okay.
Ah! Yeah. That took me forever to figure out for some reason. It's so obvious, too, when you first play it.
Ah!
Yeah. Remember, it gets harder every time, so be ready.
I'm disabling the afterburners fail.
You can't go to the red side. Actually, it is the red side. I can't. See, I.
Oh, dude!
That happened to me too.
Holy crap!
Imagine playing that with headphones on. It scared me to death.
Jeez.
Be ready.
Let's work that undeveloped brain of yours.
Dang it, Batman! Come on.
Remember, you have your afterburner too if you need to make
Yeah.
a bigger jump. I think at one point one of the bridges might be messed up.
Gosh. Come on, Batman. Batman! Ah!
Oh!
I pushed the wrong button.
There we go.
Now pay attention to
So exciting.
Go left.
This part gets intense. Oh, on the wall. You have to go up on the wall.
Oh, detective, what's that I hear? Is it time's winged chariot hurrying near? You're close,
Come on,
detective. Don't fumble now.
Come on, you.
Don't fumble now.
Batman.
Sorry, guys. We're still
What are
mastering
you
the
doing?
Batmobile. It's one intense beast to handle for sure. So, still getting used to that driving.
I got this.
Dark Knight, don't waste my time. It's several times more precious than you.
Oh man!
5 more seconds. You gotta make it. Again.
Too slow.
Oh my
How
god!
could you let that happen?
Let's speed.
Oh no.
Man,
That was so close. I've been so
got it.
cool if you made it.
man.
At least you don't have to start all the way over again.
How could I do that? I'm so ashamed of myself.
At least you know the track now.
I call myself a gamer and that happens.
It happens.
But that's
to the best
typically
of us.
me, man. I choke under pressure like so bad. If I'm playing like a competitive FPS and I'm like the last man standing, it's a wrap.
Yeah,
It's
it's
a
over.
wrap.
Intellectual virtues of completing this trial, Batman. I'm not going to explain them to you.
Yeah, this is really fun though. Very, very cool.
It is.
Careful, detective. I'd like the car to be working when I'm done.
God. What is going? Oh crap.
Hurry up, detective. You stand marginally more of a chance of
Did
succeeding
it.
if you
Man.
actually begin.
Nice.
Now, what was the Riddler? What was the point of that Riddler? Because it's like he didn't really do anything for me to die.
Seriously,
I
Dark
can't
Knight.
remember. I think he tells you why. I can't remember.
Like
though.
it's just he's just like I want this to do for fun, Batman.
I guess.
Really believe
Who
that a
knows?
challenge designed by me, the Riddler, would be quite so easy?
Did you really believe that a challenge
Dark
design movie
Knight,
would be quite so
you
easy?
sweet, naive sentinel. Of course it wouldn't. Still, thanks to your unrelenting
Now, why
desire
doesn't he
to
just
showboat,
blow up
I now have
the
several
elevator or
hundred
something?
terabytes
I don't think he wants to kill Batman. I think he wants to try to outsmart him, honestly.
That's, yeah,
To the
that makes
point
sense.
where he just wants to be able to prove that he's smarter than Batman, and then Batman can't solve all of his riddles.
That makes sense.
I'll see you soon, detective. There's a lot more to come.
I do like how Riddler, for the most part, has been just a very in the background character in all the games.
Well, he makes perfectly. He makes perfect sense, you know, to be doing what he's doing
Right.
in these games. You know, as you know, a collectible. I mean, to have a villain whose like main thing is to like outsmart Batman and
Yeah.
stuff like that. It just makes perfect sense to use him as like a villain in terms of like the collectibles and stuff like that.
Certainly.
Was that even a complete sentence?
Ooh!
Like, what the heck did I even just say?
No, I think what
Okay.
you said is correct.
I swear, sometimes when I talk, like, I know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
but
it's
it
hard to
just
gather
sounds
your
like-
thoughts,
yeah, it
especially
sounds
when
like
you're driving the
garbage.
Batmobile through Gotham
Yeah,
City.
that could be true.
Yeah, but I feel like that's a good place to wrap this this Let's Play up. And
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen, if there are any ladies watching our videos, here's another side quest you can do. Anyway,
yeah.
we hope you guys enjoyed our Let's Play of Batman Arkham Knight. I doubt we'll do any more of these. I don't know if we will or not. I mean, if people in the comments, which we do love those comments, if you want to see more of these, definitely let us know. We'll most definitely put some more out for you guys. But we definitely enjoyed this game. I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and we definitely hope to see you again soon. My name's Garrett, and this is Preston, and we'll catch you next time.